everybody. Welcome to A Grand Day Out. I hope you've all had a grand day so far. We are the 2025-26 Animation Academy, and we're going to showcase some of our work for you today. We've been working together over the course of several workshops covering just about everything from making animations, from drawn animation to physical animation, sound, character creation, and even the mechanics of animating software like stop motion. So I'm sure you're excited to see some of these animations, but we're going to start with a little warm-up. So grab your pen and paper and I'll hand you over to Florian. Hiya. Okay, so during the week-long course back in October, we would do a warm-up challenge on Zoom every day to start off. And we thought it would be fun to do one with everyone today. So for our challenge today, I thought it would be fun to do some drawing, but with a little bit of a twist. So I want you to choose an animal and then try and draw it with your eyes closed. If you don't want to join, that's absolutely fine. And if you do, you'll need a pen and paper. I'll show you guys one that I did earlier. This was my attempt at a rabbit. It's very pitiful, as you can see, but I'm sure you guys can do better. So if you do want to join in, grab a pen and paper. And if you don't, that's absolutely fine. And I'll give you guys a minute to get those, and then just let me know when you're ready and we can start drawing. So if you want to, you can turn off your camera. If you're going to have your eyes closed anyway, that's okay if you don't want to sit there drawing with your eyes closed. But if you start drawing now, and then in a minute, we can all show our attempts to everyone on Zoom. That's lovely, Jen. What is that? Let's see, have we got any more?
It's Polonio.
Right, so is everyone ready to?
Yeah, if everyone's ready, I'd love to see some drawings. Okay, I can see a lion very clearly. What do we think? We've got a couple more. Oh, Edie's got one. My bird. Can't really see it. So if people feel comfortable, I'd love to know what you've drawn. Some of them are more obvious. Some of them, I think, take a little bit of looking at.
Okay.
Got a little elephant. Anyone else fancy sharing?
Saoirse drew this. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to guess it's a dinosaur.
Lovely, lovely.
Well, I think mine and Jen's are the same animal, so
Oh,
I don't know if it looks.
I think Jen's is actually quite accurate.
Yeah.
what else have we got? Fraser, what have you drawn?
I tried to draw a gorilla, but obviously I failed and it ended up looking like a Tony Ross illustration.
Bit higher up.
Oh, sorry. Hang
I
on.
think
Sorry, it's my background.
by the green
There's all sorts of green screen trickery happening.
How do we get rid of the backgrounds?
Or maybe don't worry about it. Or if you hold it right up to your camera, it might work better. There.
Oh,
Oh,
fudge.
You thought
Sorry.
it was-
there, we can see it
Yeah.
now.
See it now. Yeah, it looks sick.
It's brilliant.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Thank you very much, guys, for doing that with me. That was quite nice.
If you want, we can move on to Nina, who's going to introduce our experimental labs.
Yep, so one of the tasks that we were given during the course back in October was to make experimental animations, which is basically that rather than animating like a story with characters and narrative, we were given like space to play around with shapes and colors and different materials to make like stop motion and other animations to a song. There's a trigger warning in case you're sensitive to flashing lights, but if everyone wants to turn their cameras off, there will be a link in the chat to see what everyone has made. I hope you've enjoyed those. Now we're gonna watch a little video from Taylor on character design and what we learned with Dominique.
During the 2025 Animation Academy, we had a talk from Dominica about character design. She taught us about key aspects that help develop a character, like name, likes, dislikes, backstory, and personality. During her session, we all had to find an object and create a character inspired by it, and use these tips. Here is a short summary on how these aspects help influence a character's design. Her black hair comes from the pink cat. Her pink outfit comes from the pink colour, which is also bright. The black secondary colour in her outfit comes from the black text on the pen. Dark pink accents come from the logo. Her dynamic pose comes from her cheerful personality. Your character doesn't have to be a human, it can be whatever you want it to be. Here are some examples from this year's Animation Academy. Now it's your turn. If you're able, you'll have a 1 minute and 30 seconds to find an object, draw your own version, and come up with its name, likes, dislikes, and backstory. After the timer ends, you can show them in the Zoom call if you'd like to. Thank you for listening. Please now return to the Zoom call.
That was great. I've got my Terry the tomato. She's just about to get squashed, but she doesn't know it.
Mine's based on an empty paper bag. It's the only thing I could find. And his name is Russell.
Mine's based on Edna from Evil Edna from Will o' the Wisp, and it's a GoPro as Evil Edna.
That one looks good, Neve.
Mine's just like a water bottle because I have one next to me.
Taylor, who have you got?
Oh, what about Jake and Trish's? What's going on there? Who have you got?
Wait, was I supposed to draw?
You could do if you want to, Fraser, but don't worry. You've got a plant there, you two. Oh, plant head.
Taylor, what do you think of the things that people have made?
They're very nice. I like them all. Very creative.
Fab. So who have we got next, Neve?
We're going to move on to Kobe, who's going to introduce the ball films.
Hello. So throughout the main week during October, we were given a task to complete within our own time outside of the course's videos. We were to mix 2 or more colours of clay, but not mix them too much to keep a marble-like effect between the colours. We then had to mould them into then mould the mixture into a ball and animate it rolling onto the screen before stopping in the middle of the frame and having something happen. And whatever happened was down to the choice of the animator. Afterward, that whatever happened, it then had to return to its ball shape and roll out of frame. So everyone, please make sure to turn your cameras off and mute your mic. And here's what everyone chose to do.
Okay, I'm here to talk a bit about our industry session. If you just give me a moment, I'll share just a little PowerPoint that I have with you. Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk a little bit about the industry sessions that we've been attending. For those who don't know what the industry sessions are, they're basically these Zoom calls that we have every Wednesday evening with someone in the animation and film industry, tells us a bit about their work and how they got into the animation world. We ask them some questions and they give us some advice. It's stuff like that. It's all really useful and interesting to learn about as someone who wants to go into animation. We've talked to a lot of people over the week during these sessions, but to save time, I'm only going to talk about one, my personal favourite, Mark Sutherland, who's a really experienced costume designer, and he designed costumes for all sorts of things. He designed and helped work on the costumes for the Wednesday show, the Harry Potter movies, James Bond, as well as Batman, and so much more. He even won an Emmy for his work on the Wednesday costumes. He's really experienced, so it was amazing to be able to meet him. Now, and during our industry sessions, Mark talked all about the design process when designing the costume for the character Slurp in the Wednesday show. He's kind of like a mad scientist zombie for anyone who hasn't seen the show. He talked to us about what influenced his designs and how he used either books or even the internet to get influences for design. These were a few of the pictures he showed us that influenced his design. And yeah. Now, and then he talked about the design process, where he drew up some ideas before showing it to Tim Burton, the director, who I'm sure you're all very familiar with, who greenlighted the design, and he even made some 3D models, or well, he asked for some people to make some 3D models of the more zombified aspects, which you can see here as well. I think the zombie's face was made of prosthetics and makeup, I think it was done by, but yeah. And this was all done before seeing how pieces of the costume fit the actor, which you can also see. Mark then talked a bit about how he actually created the costumes, like what kind of material he used for it, and all kind of stuff like that, and how he made how all the actual zombie elements and all the costume elements came together to make the design. And well, that's just a little insight into that industry session. Overall, it was a really interesting session that really stuck to me. He taught me so much about not just costume design, but also character design. I learned a lot about what it's like in the film industry and about all the ways a young American make it in the industry, pretty much. He showed us and talked to us about so much that I can't fit it into this little talk, so I just gave a little summary. Overall, it was an incredible opportunity to be able to meet him and talk with him, and I thank you all for listening so far. And now, if you'd all like to turn off your cameras and microphones, I'll stop sharing this in a sec, and we can all go to the link in the chat and see the final films that we did with Fraser. I think, yep, he's going to introduce them. When you go into the link. And just for a warning for these films, they also have some flashing lights and images for anyone who's sensitive to that, but other than that, enjoy.
Hello everyone, I'm Fraser and I'm one of the lucky students who took part in this Academy Week. You'll see we learned lots of new skills which we used in our final film in a day task. We had 24 hours to make an animated film by making a storyboard, animation, and our own sound effects all in our own style. It was a lot of hard work, but I really enjoyed the experience, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you all to our film in a day.
Huh? Oh. Ooh. Nom nom. Oh. Huh?
Larry! Make sure nothing happens to these grubs, you okay?
Hey, watch it!
Ah, shut up, finger guy. I'm just talking to an old friend.
What are you talking about? He hasn't even spoken in years.
Psst. Hey, do you think we're being filmed? Maybe that's what's bothering him. I mean, it does kind of seem like there's a camera lens. Do you think we're in a stop-motion animation? I'm your worst nightmare. Who are you? I'm 2D animation. Wait, so are we stuck in a stop-motion? I thought those two were just talking tosh. Well, how do we fix the situation we're in? I seem to be corrupting. My eyes feel different. I'm sorry, but it just means your day is done. It means your animator's abandoning you. The point is that you are going to die and your world will corrupt.
Unless you get through the tunnel. Yeah, there should be a tunnel in your world. You can just go through that.
"65 million years ago, long before humanity, Velociraptor."
Got everyone back?
Well done, superb.
No, it's amazing that you just did that in a day. That's brilliant. Well done, everyone.
They were amazing. What one was your favorite, Ocean? No. What one? Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
I've always got it where those mice that come in always just set our dog off woofing. It's gone mad. I've had to put it outside.
Well, thank you guys for watching our animations. I hope you like them. Does anybody have any questions while we're here? Does anyone have anything that they want to ask? You can raise your hand or just unmute and say.
My question. What bit did you what bit did you enjoy the most? If anyone wants to answer,
What, doing the course or watching?
just through the course.
I think my favorite part of doing the course was making this set for my film in a day, because I had to build the little box and then wallpaper it and stuff and make all these tiny little things, and I really enjoyed that. What about anyone else? Have anything they enjoyed throughout doing it?
I enjoyed the characters. I don't know. I just thought it was really fun. Like even just for like the week we did like the intensive week. Like I really liked Jim Parkin's sessions with like the characters and stuff. I thought that was really fun.
I thought it was really impressive this year, where we tried to get you to use lots of techniques and stuff, and and the visiting people who came, and some of them are here tonight. I think, I don't know if Kat's still here or Dominica, and it all comes through in your films, and you can see all those bits that we kind of hoped you might make use of, and you really did really well. And I thought, yeah, so Kat, I was imagining you watching that, you were spotting some of the things in the film The Bucket, there was the multi-plane scene. I was thinking, oh, Kat will be pleased that that's in there, and lots of the bits of the titles and the character design stuff from Dominica. It's just nice that you were listening and you put it in your films. It just really makes us happy. And there's so much other good stuff in the music. There's way that you'd use the sound, and the camera, and all these different things to tell the story. It's all evident in those films. So well done.
I just wanted to say as well done so much, all of you, for organising tonight and doing all your presentations and speaking and doing workshops for us. That was really brilliant. And also the behind the scenes, there's been somebody organising all the links and everything. And so, yeah, well done. That was brilliant.
And doing their intros, whether they were recorded or live. Your intro was great, Fraser, and set up those films really nicely. So well done.
Yeah, and that concludes the end of our event. I hope you had a grand time. Feel free to post any comments in the chat, or I've set up a evaluation form where you can write if you're in this and talk to us. So I'm just going to post that in the chat here. If you aren't able to, that's completely fine. You can just use the chat, but we would greatly appreciate it if you would use this.
And that'd be really useful for us for next year's course and the other stuff that we do.
It's also very useful for the students' coursework as well with their Arts Award. It demonstrates that they've done their work, which is fantastic for that purpose too. So congratulations, guys. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much.
But thanks everyone for coming. I really appreciate that you've taken the time on this Wednesday night to come along and see what everyone's been working
And
hard.
everyone all the young people here are also working towards an Arts Award qualification. So they're putting together portfolios, and they will be getting a qualification from all their work as well. So they've worked really, really hard. So well done.
And that concludes a grand day out.
Yeah. Well done, everyone. That was brilliant.